Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a review of my Valentino Flip Lock Rockstud Grainy Calfskin bag. I've had this bag since, I want to say, mid-August, and I have used this quite a bit since I've gotten it, and I really love it. But I knew I was going to love it because it's really almost identical to the Vuitton Pochette Accessoire, and I have 4 of these. So I knew that this was going to be a style that I really enjoyed and would be using again and again. So in the review, I want to tell you what the differences are, especially in size, in price, and whether this is something that you should consider, because I really thought that these were just going to be, you know, like something that was a little bit more trendy, even though the shape is classic. But Valentino's been making these for a very long time, and they're always available pre-loved, and they're usually available for half price or less than what Valentino sells for. They do put seasonal colors on sale at Valentino, but I've never seen this size in black on sale. They make other flip lock bags, but I've never seen this particular bag in black go on sale. So this is black grainy calfskin, and it has the gold rock studs. It has a non-detachable handle, and that's also with rock studs, and a detachable shoulder strap. Now, I'm going to show you now, the shoulder strap really is a shoulder strap. This isn't meant to be a crossbody bag. If you go on the Valentino website, or if you go on the Saks website, you'll see that the very tall model has this on her shoulder, not crossbodied, on her shoulder, and it barely comes to her hip. So I'm going to show you now how long this bag is, because you're going to be able to see on me, and I'm a little bit over 5'2", where this comes to me, barring the girls, okay? So might have to move the camera back a little bit. Get the chair out of the way. And you'll see that this comes to the very, very top of my hip, just on the shoulder. Now, if you're taller than me, this may come up a little bit higher, okay? Because you're going to have more length in your torso. I happen to have a short torso. How long my legs are really doesn't matter, but this is a really short strap. Now, I know I'm a hippo, but let me show you what this looks like crossbody on me, because I am able to get this on me crossbody. However, it looks ridiculous. So here it goes. If I were to wear this crossbody, it's like right underneath my boob. And the reason why it really comes that short, besides having really large girls, is the strap drop on this bag is only 19 inches. So I would say, unless you're maybe 7 years old, 8 years old, on a grown adult woman, it's really not going to be a crossbody bag. Even if you're exceptionally short, this is going to be a really short crossbody, okay? Because like I said, it's only a 19-inch drop. So here I am, I'm set to inches, I'm right in the center, and you can see I have the tape measure at the top, and I'm bringing it down right through the center, and oops, this is hard to do by yourself. So, oh, I stayed corrected. It's actually a little bit short of 20 inches. So bring the bag in and the tape measure in, and might be off a teeny tiny bit, but you could see I don't have this taut. So let's bring it in and bring it in a little bit more taut, all right? And here is where the strap drop is, okay? It's 20 inches, barely 20 inches. So it's a really short drop. and not really meant to be a crossbody bag. So keep that in mind. Unless you want to use extenders, you know, this probably isn't going to be a bag for you with no alterations that you're going to be able to wear crossbody. The handle is non-removable. You could cut it off if you want. And if you're keeping this bag, then hey, cut it off. Do what you want. But again, this is only meant to be a top handle, okay, to put through your arm. And I have a thick sweatshirt on. And I would say I have pretty average sized arms. It goes to the crook of the arm with no problem. And in fact, I could even get it up on my shoulder. But it looks ridiculous, okay, because it's only a 4-inch strap drop. Not really meant to be a shoulder bag, because not every bag is meant to be a shoulder bag or a crossbody bag or a shoulder bag. And as you can see, oh, maybe it's a little tiny bit. Oh no, here we go. Putting it to here. So it's a 5-inch drop. Now, the Pochette Accessoire comes with a short shoulder strap. Obviously, this isn't going to be a crossbody strap either. And again, where it hangs on you is because of your height. Has absolutely nothing to do with the size of you. And even if you're taller, it's going to come maybe a little bit shorter on your torso or a bit longer on your torso, but it's going to fit. So here's the strap drop compared to the Valentino. So the Louis is longer than the bag held from the top past the bag, and then you have another inch because this is a 9-inch strap drop. And let me show you what this looks like on, because I know, shocking, I can actually put this strap on my shoulder. So here's where the strap comes. I mean, I'm sure that there are people with really big arms, but you'd have to have a really, you'd have to be really sizable not to be able to get this on your arm. You might not like the way that it looks, but it's going to go over your arm. And let me show you, because it's wintertime now, and you always have to take into consideration that you may be wearing a really heavy coat. And this isn't really heavy, but this is a thick coat. And this is an Eileen Fisher, if anyone's interested. And I've had it now for like maybe 3 winters. So I think it really needs to be like set out to pasture after this year. But you don't need to see my face. It's still me. But check it out. With a sweatshirt and the heavy coat, it's underneath my arm and it's comfortable, and I don't have any kind of a problem wearing it. But you're not getting this bad boy over your arm without a coat, with a coat, you know, again, unless you are a child, and even then it's going to be really tight. And this is going to hang in the exact same spot, okay, top of my hip, even wearing this coat. That's not going to change what the drop is of the shoulder. But if you tried to wear this crossbody, this is going to be really difficult because I have a hood, a really big hood, and you'd have to fumble with that. So yeah, unless you wanted to wear it as a sling, it's not going to work that way. But neither one of them are crossbody bags unless you were to replace the strap or get extenders. I do use sometimes a gold chain or a leather chain with the Pochette Accessoire. I have not changed out the strap on the Valentino, although I could, because I think that it would look really cute if you put a guitar strap on it, or, you know, did something a little bit interesting. But because of the Rockstuds, I wouldn't want to put anything on it that's really, you know, too over the top, because I think that this has more than enough decor. Somebody told me in the comments last week when I showed that it was my bag of the day that it was too biker. It's my only edgy bag, guys, so I'm fine with it that way. So let's do a little comparison of the size. Oh, and before I do anything else, let me show you that for real, the Pochette Accessoire, I had to take a little Henry break. He was just looking for some attention. So this is a 9¼ inch drop. So let's do a little bit more with the dimensions of this bag so that I can show you what the difference is. So we have a width of 9 inches, a height of 4.5 inches in height. And the bottom is 2 inches. Henry's playing with the measuring tape now. I gotta hurry up and finish, guys, because he wants his mommy. And the Valentino is a little bit smaller. Not much, but it's a little bit smaller. And I'll tell you what the biggest difference is. So this is 8 inches wide. Four and a half inches tall. And then the base is 3 inches wide. So this is wider, but it's shorter. So let me show you the comparison of them side by side so that you can get a good idea. Well, not side by side, but front and back. So here is the Pochette Accessoire. Here is the flip lock. And you could see there's at least an inch difference in width, the bag width. Hopefully you could see that. Okay. So here is the difference. You can see that the Louis is a little bit wider. And then on the bottom, the Valentino is wider. And they're about the same height. It's really a very negligible difference. I mean, is 1/4 inch going to make that much difference? Absolutely no. And that's about what the height difference is between these, you know. Can you really tell the difference between somebody 5'1" and 5'2"? Not really. So here we go. Here is how they measure up, front and back. And the major difference is the opening on the Valentino is a little bit smaller. Because it's a smaller bag and because they didn't put the zipper to the ends because of the Rockstuds, you do have a smaller opening. So it's a little bit more of a trick to get your things in and out of. So let me just show you. I have my Chanel lip liner here. And let me show you, you know, it's not really that you can't get in and out of it. And, I mean, let's face it, unless you're Shrek, you're going to be able to put your hand in this bag without any kind of trouble. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. But you're not going to be able to open it up all the way you can with the Louis Vuitton. And let me show you. So, you can see getting this pencil out, you kind of have to maneuver it a little bit more. My Julia ring, guys, I love it. And I put the measuring tape in there. And then let me show you in the Louis Vuitton, and especially because the zipper extends, this is going to open a whole heck of a lot wider. I do have a Samorga in there. Guys, go in my box. I do have a coupon for Samorga, so if you need a bag organizer, they are the bomb. And I have a lipstick holder in here, which I use when I use this Pochette. So obviously you're going to be able to just chuck that in and pull it out without looking, without anything, because it's a really nice big opening. The other big difference is you can get the Valentino pre-loved. Oh, and I forgot to do a little tour. Here is the Valentino logo. And then, of course, you have the flip block. There's really no markings on any of the hardware. You just really kind of know it by the style. But the biggest difference is this bag, when I got this, I think I paid $4.95 because I bought it on Fashion File. It's when they were impossible to get on the website because rumor had it that they were going to be discontinued. which they eventually were. But before that, there was a price hike, and they went from $5.25 to $7.50, I think it was, in a really short time. And now they put a little pocket in and jumped the price to $15.50. So this is the only bag that I'm aware of from Louis Vuitton that's actually tripled in price. You're not going to be able to sell it for that much, but they're selling it retail for triple the price. But you can sell these pre-loved for quite a bit. I have a little fuzzy on here. The Valentino retails for about $15.50 brand new. However, pre-loved, the most that I've ever seen one listed for is $9.95, and that was in the pink PP, which is Valentino's most popular color. And generally, pink bags seem to be priced higher because a lot of women want pink. So I bought this on Fashion File, again, for a little over $400. I would pay the $800 probably if it were retail for $800, but they're not. I would not pay full price for this bag because even though I think that the leather is really nice, and you can see that this is getting really soft, it feels wonderful, and it's getting smushier and smushier as I use it. And look, guys, there is a suede lining, but it's not the back of the leather like it is with a vintage Coach bag. But it does feel like suede inside. And it goes all inside the bag. And then there's a leather patch pocket that you can't really get anything in. And then the Valentino logo inside. And since this doesn't open that wide, I can't really open it wide enough. But at any rate, since you can get them so cheap, I would never pay retail for one of these. I will buy it pre-loved. I bought this. It was in excellent condition. And it was in excellent condition. Was there maybe a smudge on it somewhere? Probably. Was there maybe a wrinkle in the leather? I mean, I think I put this little wrinkle over here. But even if I didn't, I mean, do I care that much when I'm getting 75% off? No, not at all. Because this bag looks beautiful. Nobody's going to see anything from across the room and notice if there's, you know, a teeny little mark in the grain, which there isn't over here. But, you know, just saying, unless it was really, really damaged, excuse me, you're not going to find that. But yeah, I think that this is well worth it to find pre-loved instead of paying retail. Even if you were able to get a discount, when you know that you could get something like this at a much, much better price and in sometimes new condition, you'd be foolish to pay for it new. So that is my comparison, my in-depth comparison. Let me know if you have either of these bags or if you are interested in either of these bags. And before I go, let me show you my bag of the day, which was my MZ Wallace Sutton in the small size. And believe it or not, this is the first time that I've worn this bag with the sides cinched in. I normally wear this bag crossbody, but I packed it really light. And I really wanted to carry it top handle and over the arm. And yeah, I have my little Pop Mart Molly here. And it's filled with my building swipe and my SEPTA key pass. So yeah, so this was my bag of the day. And I'm probably going to switch into one of these for the weekend. I hope you have a fabulous day, night, or whenever you're watching this. I'm going to get in my jammies and watch Dexter and hang out with Henry for a while. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And if you have come back, for all my returning people, we're friends. I'm hanging out in my kitchen, and I love you, and I appreciate all of you for coming. Talk to you soon. Bye.